Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel Math Experts. Students, if you are new here, please do subscribe my YouTube channel, click the bell icon, and if you have any question you can ask by email in the comment section. We will solve and send to you. Students, first of all I will share the question with you. First, calculus Thomas Finney, question number 60. Here the f of x is a piecewise function sine of x का cube plus y raised to power 4 over x का square plus y का square when x y is not equal to 0, and then the second branch is 0 when x y is equal to 0. So we will use the limit definition of partial derivative and calculate partial f by partial x and partial f by partial y. So we will solve this. First of all, I will tell you the limit definition. So definition is we apply here partial f by partial x. So partial f by partial x is equal to limit h approaches to 0, f of x plus h, then y minus f of xy divided by h. And when we apply partial f by partial y, we use limit h approaches to 0, f of x y plus h divided by minus f of xy divided by h. So we will use these two definitions and compute the partial f by partial x and partial f by partial y at the specified points. Now I will write here the question for you. The question is f of xy is f of xy is equal to a piecewise function which is sine of x का cube plus y raised to power 4 over x का square plus y का square, which is x y not equal to 0 0 and 0 when x y equal to 0 0. Now we want to find the partial f by partial x and partial f by partial y at specified point is 0 0. Now first of all we compute the partial f by partial x. So partial f by partial x is equal to limit h approaches to 0. So f of 0 plus h, 0 minus f of 0 0 divided by h. Now we calculate first of all f of 0 plus h and 0, because we are calculating derivative at point 0 0. So at the place of x we put 0 and at the place of y we put 0. Okay friends. So f of 0 plus h 0. So sine of x का cube, and at the place of x का cube we put 0 plus h का cube, 0 plus h का cube, and then we have plus y raised to power 4 plus at the place of y we put 0 and 0 raised to power 4 is 0, and then we have x का square, and x का square is 0 plus h का square, 0 plus h का square and 0 का square. Okay students, which is equal to sine of h का cube over h का square. Now we will find 0 0, which is equal to sine of 0 का cube plus 0 raised to power 4 divided by 0 का square plus 0 का square, which is equal to totally almost we have 0. So sine of 0 is equal to 0. There is no need to put this. Now we will put these two values here. So we have partial f by partial x, limit h approaches to 0, f of 0 plus h comma 0. So f of 0 plus h, which is equal to sine of h का cube divided by h का square minus 0 divided by h. So look at this, we have h approaches to 0. Now we can write this sine of h का cube divided by h का cube. Okay students, so this will be, you know that we have a formula for in limits chapter. You can study limit x approaches to 0, sine of x over x is equal to 1. The thing which is in the angle of a sine is same in the denominator, so h ka cube divided by h ka cube. So it's mean that this limit is equal to 1. Okay students, it's mean that partial f by partial x at specified point is 0 0 is equal to 1. Now we find partial f by partial y. Partial f by partial y is limit h approaches to 0, f of 0 y plus h. At the place of y we put 0. Okay students, 0 plus h minus f of 0 0 divided by h. We put h here, y plus h, and at the place of y put 0 because we are finding the change with respect to y. So first of all we find limit, not limit, we find f of 0 0 plus h. So this is equal to sine of, the function is sine of x cube plus y raised to power 4. So we have x cube plus 0 plus h raised to power 4 divided by, we have 0 ka square plus 0 plus h ka square. Okay students, which is equal to sine of h raised to power 4 divided by h ka square. Okay, now we have f of 0 0. So this, you know that this is equal to 0. In previous we have solved this. Partial f by partial y is equal to limit h approaches to 0. So f of 0 0 plus h, which is equal to sine of h raised to power 4 divided by h ka square minus f of 0 0, which is equal to 0 divided by h. Okay students, now partial f by partial y is equal to sine of h raised to power 4 divided by h ka square divided by h. Now can I write this in this form, partial f by partial y, and here we have limit h approaches to 0. Limit h approaches to 0, I have sine of h raised to power 4 over h ka cube. Now can I write this limit h approaches to 0, h dot sine of h raised to power 4 over h raised to power 4. And you know that if we have limit h approaches to 0, I have f of x and g of x. If this limit is like x approaches to 0, not h, because we have here x. So I can apply limit x approaches to 0, f of x, and limit h approaches to 0, g of x. I can apply the limit on both functions separately. So here we have two functions. One is h and one is this one. Limit h approaches to 0, h, and then I have limit h approaches to 0, sine of h raised to power 4 or h raised to power 4. So limit h approaches to 0. This is equal to 0 multiplied by, and you know that by previous formula, this one formula we are using here. Limit h approaches to 0, sine of x divided by x is equal to 1. So here we have h raised to power 4, and in denominator we have h raised to power 4. This is equal to 0. So it's mean that partial f by partial y at specified point is equal to 0. If you have any question, you can send us by email in the comment section. We will solve and send to you. Thank you.